After Imo, the tortoise discouraged his closest friends from going on the journey. He came up with a plan. Knowing so well that Zuzu the cheetah was constantly mocked and ridiculed by the villagers for not marrying Princess Diana like he had bragged, Imo went to his house the following morning to see him. "Good morning, Zuzu." Imo greeted the cheetah. "Good morning, Imo. What can I do for you?" Zuzu asked. "Have you heard that the princess has promised to marry whoever can bring her an elephant?" Imo asked Zuzu. "Yes, I have," Zuzu responded. "In fact, I will begin my journey in 2 days. You know it takes 5 days to reach the land of the elephants. But with my speed, I can get there in 3 days." Zuzu bragged mildly. I knew you would go. That was why I came to see you," Imo said. "Is anything the problem?" Zuzu asked. "No, not at all. But I don't think you should go on this journey. You know how all the other animals mocked and ridiculed you when the princess failed to marry you. Do you want the same thing to happen again?" Imo asked in a concerned tone. "I don't understand. What do you mean?" Zuzu asked. "What I'm trying to say is, what if the princess is playing around again? What will you do if that happens?" Imo asked. "But I heard that she's very serious," Zuzu said in a confused tone. "See, Zuzu, you are a special animal, and you should never be embarrassed like that again. If the princess had tricked and embarrassed another animal, I wouldn't have been bothered. But it's you. Everyone in this kingdom knows you are the fastest animal and should be respected. I don't think it's wise for you to do everything the princess says. You are bigger than all of that," Imo said. You are right, Imo. I was really embarrassed, and up till today, people still talk about how the princess tricked me," Zuzu said. "That's what I have been trying to say. Look, Zuzu, I care about you and your reputation in this kingdom, even if we are not close. If I were you, I wouldn't go on this journey. We already know this is an impossible task because no one has seen an elephant in years. And we don't even know if they are extinct," Imo said. Imo. Let me be honest. I was thinking the same thing. What if I travel all that distance and I find no one? You know it's been decades since the elephants moved to their own land. And since then, no one has seen them," Zuzu said. "Then don't go. There must be important things for you to do here at home. Do you know that we heard rumors that the princess said she doesn't like you?" Imo said. "Really?" Zuzu asked in shock. "Yes, Zuzu, I'm certain she thinks you will go on this journey. But you need to show her that you are smarter than you look," Imo said. Thank you, Imo, for your words of wisdom. That is exactly what I will do," Zuzu said. "Okay, Zuzu, let me be on my way now. I was going to the market to buy some burial clothes. I will talk to you later," Imo said. "Burial clothes?" Zuzu asked in shock. "Who died?" He added. "Oh, my grandmother died, and her burial is in 3 days, so I'm preparing to go and visit her," Imo said. "Your grandmother? I didn't know you had a grandmother," Zuzu said. "Oh, that's because she doesn't live here. She lived close to Otara village, and you have not seen her before," Imo said. I'm sorry for your loss. But isn't Otara village 2 villages before the elephant's village?" Zuzu asked. "My brother, it is so," Imo answered sadly. "That's very far. How do you plan on going to Otara village in 3 days? Zuzu asked out of concern. When I return from the market, I will go to the white bird's house and ask if he can carry me to Otara village since he will be migrating there with his family soon. You know it's almost time for them to change environment. Imo said innocently. Ah! You wanted to follow the white bird and his family, and you didn't go there 3 days ago? You won't see him or any of his family members because they have already left, Zuzu said. They already left? Imo asked in shock, and he began to cry. What will I do now? He was my only hope. And now I will have to miss my grandmother's burial. Even if I try to walk to Otara village myself, you know I'm very slow and it will take me weeks to get there. Imo said while holding back his tears. Zuzu did not know, but Imo was trying to manipulate him to take him to Otara village. Everything Imo said to Zuzu that day was part of his plan. Firstly, Imo succeeded in discouraging Zuzu, his main competitor, from going on the journey, and his next plan was to manipulate Zuzu to help him. Imo already knew that Zuzu was the fastest animal, and if Zuzu agreed to help him, he would get to the elephant's village before any other animal. Imo, please stop crying, Zuzu said. Even though Imo's tears were fake, Zuzu couldn't tell or watch Imo cry. How can you tell me to stop crying when I will be missing my grandmother's burial? She was such a lovely woman and she doesn't deserve this, Imo said, struggling to hold back his tears. It's okay. I will help you, Zuzu said. You will help me? Imo asked again. Yes, Imo, I will help you, Zuzu assured him. You said it was a 3-day journey, right? Zuzu asked. Yes, if I were to go with the white bird and his family, it would take us 3 days to get there, Imo said in a teary voice. If that's the case, then we can get there in 2 days. Go and prepare all you will need this night, but make sure it's not too heavy. We will leave before the cock crows tomorrow morning, Zuzu said. Thank you so much, Zuzu. You are such a good person. I don't know what I would have done without you, Imo said. You are a good person too, and I'm helping you because you just saved me from shame and embarrassment the second time, Zuzu said. That morning, when Imo left Zuzu's house, he went straight to the market and bought beautiful clothes. Even though the burial was a lie he cooked up, he still needed beautiful clothes to execute his plan, and he ensured that he packed a light travel bag so Zuzu would not complain about his load. The following morning, just like Zuzu had said, before the cock crowed, Imo and Zuzu left Ocha Kingdom. Zuzu the cheetah was so fast that he covered more than half of their journey in 1 day. That night, they found a safe place to sleep in the forest, and Imo slept more because he knew that Zuzu would protect him from all kinds of dangers. When the sun rose the following morning, the two of them continued their journey, and before sunset that day, Zuzu and Imo had arrived at Otara village. Imo, can I sleep at your family house tonight? That way, I can meet some of your family members and rest for my journey tomorrow, Zuzu asked. Oh, Zuzu, I forgot to tell you. It is forbidden in our land for strangers to see the family of the deceased before the burial. I even heard that such people get cursed and don't live beyond 3 days. Imo lied. I've never heard of such before. Anyway, I don't want to die. I will sleep in the forest tonight and return to Ocha Kingdom first thing tomorrow morning, Zuzu said. Thank you so much, my friend, Imo said, waving Zuzu goodbye. Imo knew that if he allowed Zuzu to stay with him, Zuzu would find out that he was lying about his grandmother's burial, so he deceived him again. Since it was already late and dangerous to travel to the elephant's village at night, Imo rested in Otara village and continued his journey the next day. The following morning, Imo found a bird and paid the bird to take him to the elephant's village. Luckily for him, in less than 3 hours, he arrived in their village. But before Imo entered the elephant's village, he changed into the beautiful clothes he had carried with him to show that he was a person of importance. Upon entering the village, Imo asked for the king of the elephants, and some elephants took him to their king. When Imo met the king, he introduced himself as one of King Obala's chiefs and told the elephant king that he had an important message for him from King Obala. "What is the message?" the elephant king asked Imo. "King Obala is hosting an important festival, the Ofala festival, the biggest festival in Ocha Kingdom, and he would love you to be the master of his ceremony." Imo lied. "Really?" the elephant king asked excitedly. After all the elephants moved to a distant land, they had been looking forward to visiting Ocha Kingdom, but they needed an invitation to do that. "Yes, and he is expecting you any moment from now," Imo said. "When do we leave? It would be such an honor to be the master of ceremony at King Obala's party," the elephant king said excitedly. "We can leave today if you want. You don't need to take anything with you. The king has already made all the provisions ready for you," Imo said. What about my royal robe and my crown? Can't I take them with me?" the elephant king asked. "No, there will be no need for that. You can't take your royal robe and your crown to another king's palace. He might think you are trying to outshine him on his big day," Imo said. "Oh, that's true. You are right. There will be no need for that. Let me have a meeting with some of my chiefs, and we will leave in 2 hours," the elephant king said. 2 hours later, the elephant king and Imo started their journey to Ocha village. But there was a problem. The elephant king wouldn't stop complaining about Imo's walking speed. "Imo, you are too slow," the elephant king complained. "How will we make it on time for the king's festival if you are this slow? The elephant king added. You know I'm a tortoise, and this is how I walk. It took me days to get to you. But if you want us to go faster, maybe I should climb on your back," Imo suggested. Even though the elephant king was not comfortable with Imo climbing on his back, he had no choice but to let him. Shortly after Imo climbed the elephant king's back, almost every minute, Imo would pretend like he was about to fall off. After Imo did the same thing the 5th time, the elephant king noticed. "What is going on? Why does it seem like you're about to fall off with every step I make?" the elephant king asked. "Oh, sorry," Imo apologized. "My hands are too small, and I can't hold your body, so I shake every time you move," Imo lied. If you try to fall off every time I move, then we will not get to the festival on time," the elephant king said. I have a suggestion. I have a rope in my bag. What if I tie the rope around your neck so I can hold it while you walk?" Imo asked. I don't like that idea, but let's do it," the elephant king said. With that, Imo took the rope out of his bag and tied it around the elephant's neck. As soon as Imo succeeded with his plan, he started singing, "King, I have brought the elephant." When the elephant king heard him, he asked, "Who did you say you brought?" But Imo lied. Imo claimed he had said, "May the gods bless the elephant," and not, "I have brought the elephant." When Imo finally convinced the elephant king continued their journey, and his heavy footsteps sounded like Gwo 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 ngwo. Eventually, after 2 days, the Elephant King and Imo reached Ocha Kingdom, and they went straight to the king's palace. When the other animals in Ocha Kingdom saw Imo sitting on the back of the Elephant King, they were speechless and shocked at the same time. Upon arriving at King Obala's palace, Imo told the Elephant King to wait outside and that he would notify the king of their arrival. But before Imo entered King Obala's palace, he turned to the Elephant King suspiciously and said, I don't trust you. You might leave before I return. Why would I leave when we only got here? The Elephant King asked, but Imo insisted. The only way I'm sure you will not leave is if I tie you to this tree. That way, I will be sure I didn't waste my efforts to find you for the king, Imo said. With that, Imo tied the Elephant King to the tree and entered the palace. When he entered King Obala's palace, Imo told the king that he had brought an elephant and that he had tied him outside the palace. As soon as King Obala and Princess Diana confirmed that Imo had brought an elephant, the king handed Princess Diana to him, and the two married later that week. Through his wisdom and trickiness, Imo the tortoise outsmarted everyone, and he married Princess Diana of Ocha Kingdom, and they lived happily ever after. The end. Did you enjoy this story? Tell us your favorite parts in the comment section below. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Also, do not forget to follow our channel on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you.